Hello everyone, welcome. Today I'm going to be working with this paper pad. It's a Recollections paper pad called Capri. It's a 12 by 12 sheet and it's 67-pound cardstock, but it is just so much fun. I mean, I just picked this up at Michael's on the clearance. I got it for really inexpensive. I can't remember how much it was. I think like $5 or something for this. And it just had such fun summer prints in it and colors. Just a lot of really neat patterns and stuff. And I need to make a birthday card. And I was just looking at this and it really did kind of speak to me. And so I'm going to work with this to make a card. So I have already pulled aside some papers that I think I like. And I need to get them cut down, get my paper trimmer out and cut them down. But I think I'm going to go with this watermelon, banana, strawberry, orange pattern. And then I'm going to layer it with some pink. And then I really like this, always find the time for things that make you feel happy to be alive. And so I'm going to cut these things down and maybe even bring in some strips. The thing about this paper pad, let me show you real quick, is even where they're attached, they've got a strip of paper in a different pattern that you can use. So I think that's really nice, and you can use that to add some dimension or something to your paper. So I want to use that. I have done a project with this. As you can see, it's cut up. I did do a card with that. But anyway, so I'm going to get everything cut up and we'll get our card base, and I think it'll be a fairly simple card and it might be a quick video. Okay, so I think I've got all my elements for my card. I basically took this to an A2 panel size, and then I used a couple of my A2 matting basic dies. I just went down 2 steps with this because I wanted to have plenty of that showing around there. And then I took a couple of my Amazon dies, which I will link in my description box. These are really inexpensive, and I was looking for some inexpensive options because I have a lot of the Spellbinders dies and they can be quite expensive. But anyway, so I use these. I'll link them, and I used the largest one to die cut out this out of the paper pad, and then I also used the largest one of this for the paper pad. And so I think it's going to come together quite nicely. Now, this is a birthday card, and this really isn't like a birthday sentiment, but I think it's just gorgeous. Always find time for the things that make you feel happy to be alive. And then I'm going to use some of the same paper in which I'm using this Simon Says Stamp Fancy Birthday die. And I've got the background shadow out of the yellow, which matches the front of my cardstock. And then I've chosen the pink on here for the inside of my birthday sentiment. So I just need to get my 2-in-1 tool here and pop this out. And I think this will be, it's going to be a fairly easy card. So I'm just going to pop this out, hopefully. See if I can get it to loosen up a little bit. On these, on this one, it seems like you have to kind of poke all the holes to just get it to release, because it is pretty, cuts it pretty tight. So let's just, I was just going to pull this out and show you, but we'll be able to do it in a minute. I just lost my little dot there, so I'm going to put that on my card. Let's go ahead and just assemble our card, and then I'll pop that out. I think we can do it pretty quickly. So I'm going to bring in my Score Buddy, and I'm going to do, A2 size, and I'm just going to do a, just a regular fold. I'm trying to decide which way I want to lay this. I want to lay it this way. And so I'm just going to score it 4 1/4. Get it scored real good. I'm going to flip it over and then push it into the corner and bend it in. And then I'm just going to start laying down my pattern paper. I need to grab my glue. I've done some cleaning in my craft room, and oh my gosh, I am so stinking excited at what I've done, and I'm so happy with what I've done. I may have to do a video. I basically took some of my cubes that I had laying on their side and put them upright, and it gave me room to move my my craft cart in between it. So oh my gosh, it just gave me some additional space and actually put it right at my fingertips. So I'm really thrilled about that. So I've got some glue. Hopefully it'll come out all right. I'm kind of getting low. I ordered stuff. It's supposed to come in tomorrow. So I'm just going to oops, get this laid down. It looks like I pulled my fine tip right out. But we'll work with it. And I'm going to bring my score buddy in since it's the same size. I really like to do that just to help me line it up. And that is a lot of glue that I've got on there. And I feel like maybe, did I cut that right? I think I must have cut that a little bit large, but we'll remedy that when we get done. In fact, I need to do it before I decide to lay down my other, because I think it'll kind of confuse me with what is the actual center. So I'm just going to kind of run that over there and get that glue off of there. Just get that paper pattern down there real nice and neat. Okay, and then I'll just grab my scissors. And I love to use my Tim Holtz scissors for this because they help you to get a pretty straight line. So I'll just run that along there and cut that off. And then I'll be able to better see the size of my card. That little, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or whatever would have thrown me off when I was trying to center. So what I had in mind was just laying this down, centering it. And this is pretty basic, but I just think that pattern paper and all of it together just looks so wonderful. I don't know. I guess because it's summertime and it just looks so summery and picnicky and happy. And the person I'm making this card for is kind of just a happy person. And happy-go-lucky, a lot of fun. So I'm just gonna do that. Then I mentioned those strips that come in there on your page tear off. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut it down to size, and I think I just put my scissors away. And I'm going to cut it a little bit long just so I have a little bit of wiggle room there. But what I want to do is there's just a very fine little perforation mark there. And I'm going to try, I was going to use my paper cutter, but it was just so slight that I didn't feel like I could do it. So I'm just running my scissors along there and I'm just cutting off that little perforation as close to the edge as I can just to get it cleaned off of there. And I think that'll be all right. So I'm just going to take this and just put it down. And I love my glue runner, but right now it's just my glue tape runner, but right now I'm just out of it, and so I'm working with what I've got, and hopefully Amazon will show up tomorrow with some glue and some tape, and I will be back in the business. Oh my gosh, it is sunny out right now, but we have our weather radio has been going off and on all afternoon. We're under a tornado watch, I think is what it is. That's what my Alexa over there was saying. I looked over a little bit ago when I was organizing, and she had on the bottom of the screen, it said tornado watch. Not a warning, just a watch. So now I'm just going to lay my first circle on top of my other one. Just trying to get, I'm telling you, I am at the end of this glue. But I think we'll be all right. We can make it through. This is a very simple, easy card. And I think I'm going to get a lot of bang for it. Now I did Kendra's Card Challenge. If you watched my video, you saw that I did Kendra's Card Challenge number 10, which was my first one, in which you made 15 cards out of, I don't know how many pieces of 6x6 paper, not very many. You use your 6x6 paper pack, but I am going to use this pack for the next challenge because I love it. I think it's just fabulous. I think, I'm thinking about popping this part of it up slightly. So I think I'll just grab some foam tape and I'll just pop that up a little bit, and I'm not really sure. I'll just kind of on the circular edge. I'm just going to pop it up. And I need to get me some of those scissors in which adhesive don't stick to it, because they do stick to these Tim Holtz scissors. I don't know if you find that as well, but and I just did kind of a cleanup on them last night, and so now I'm getting them sticky again. Also last night I did take my die cutting plates and I did the whole Jennifer McGuire boiling trick. And I actually tried 2 different things. I did her boiling trick, which I've done before, and it does help flatten them out. And I scrubbed them with a scrub brush to kind of clean them off. But I also tried Gina K's throwing them in the dishwasher. I did one set of plates one way and one the other. And the ones I ran through the dishwasher, I wound up deciding to go ahead and boil as well. So I tried that for both of them. So make sure I got my card to where it opens right, because I have put it on there wrong before. Okay, and then I'm just going to line this up in the center. And I just think that is just really pretty. I mean, just a simple card, but isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. Okay, so now I've got to finish poking out my birthday that I started on and didn't quite get it out. I did get my eye, and I can't even think, I don't know, tittle, is that what they call that? I don't know. I got it laying there on my desk, so I didn't lose it. Sometimes when you have those little tiny ones, you lose them pretty quickly. And it's amazing how you can lose something on a very clean desk, but I have the ability to do that. Now, my birthday's coming up on Tuesday, this Tuesday, and so I have already gotten most of my birthday presents. My family had asked me what I wanted, and they had got me my gifts early, so that was fun. I've got a little party planned with my sister and my girlfriend and my husband. We're going to go out to dinner to this new restaurant that we want to try out, so that'll be fun for my birthday. So I'm looking forward to that. And this is where I need my fine tip, but it came off, so I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna do my little paper trick on this is what I'm gonna do. I've got a scrap of some paper over here. It just tore off, and I'm just gonna dump some glue on there and then just run this birthday through it. I think this works. You've probably seen other people do it. I've done it a lot. I just think it does work. It helps you to kind of just get the glue on there, and I probably put more glue on this piece of paper than what I need. But so I'm just going to run that across. I see I've got some on my H there, and then I'm just going to kind of blot it down to take a little bit of it off so that I don't get carried away here. And I'm just going to lay this down, try and get my tweezers off of there, and just try and get this lined up. See if we can get it how I want it. And then I'm going to need my jewel tool if I can find it. And I'm just going to pick this eye up, and I'm going to do the same thing, just kind of run it through that glue. Probably have to move it a little bit and see if I can get it picked up. Yep, I did. Okay, so I'm just going to lay my eye on there. Use the other end to just tap, tap, tap it down, get it where I want it. And I think that's pretty close. It does match our color scheme and everything. Now I need to think what I want to do on the inside. Do I just want to lay it straight on there, just, you know, just the birthday? I had this "Oh, what a beautiful day," and I thought that really kind of matched this, but I don't know. I need to have, you know, I need to have my birthday sentiment on there. So I think I might just bring in some more of my pink and maybe use one of these and a circular thing and put it on the inside. So I think I'll do that. So we'll just pause for a minute. I'll run and do that. We'll put that in the center, and I think it'll make it look really, really pretty. Okay, the outside of the card is so lovely. I just didn't want to mess up the inside of the card. So I was just working on how I wanted to do it. And I basically, you saw me glue this down, and then I was thinking I would go with the yellow, and then I wasn't sure I liked that. So here's what I've got. I've got this one, and I did this, and I thought we could go happy birthday like that, or we could go like this. But I felt like it didn't bring in the elements of the front of the card, so I went ahead and did this one. And I thought, actually, I was thinking we could go across with this, and then that, and then we could lay this down, and then go with the happy birthday, and then that would give me some white space to sign my name. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab and get that laid down. So I'm going to grab this real quick while that glue is still, I think, somewhat wet. And, well, it's not quite wet enough. Okay, we'll just go ahead and build from the bottom up. So we're just going to do like we did with our other one. And way. You can see I'm sitting down, so I'm not sure what's in frame and what's not. Just snipping that edge off. And I'll just quickly lay this down and then I'll show you my card. Okay, so here's our finished card. Always find time for the things that make you feel happy to be alive. And I think it's really pretty. And then just happy birthday. And I did take some time to fussy cut out. I'm not the best fussy cutter, but I did fussy cut some of those out to add, just to tie the front and the inside together. And I think it turned out really pretty. I hope you like it. If you do, consider giving me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. Have a great evening. Take care. Bye-bye.